believers in Islam, we should rely upon Allah after we have give 100% of our effort in doing our worldly affairs. So how are we exactly going to do this tawakkal, or how are we exactly going to practice this? What are the target groups that we are going to target in order to achieve this tawakkal? So based from the hadith from Jami' al-Tirmidhi, hadith number 2517, Anas ibn Malik narrated that a man said, "O Messenger of Allah, shall I tie it and rely upon Allah, or leave it loose and rely upon Allah?" He said, "Tie it and rely upon Allah." So this is in the context of a camel. So the Sahaba is actually asking the Prophet Muhammad SAW, should we tie the camel first and rely upon Allah to not let it loose, or we should just let the camel be themselves at their place and we rely upon Allah for them to not wandering around? So this is actually the most appropriate hadith that I can use to actually give a picture for you to know what is tawakkal actually. So the first target group that I'm going to explain to you is about the students. So we as the students, no matter we in Kulliyyah of medicine or in Kulliyyah of pharmacy and so on, in the context of examination or quiz or even case discussion and so on, we should do 100%, or we should give 100% of our effort first before we can actually rely upon Allah for the outcome, because we don't have the total influence on the outcome that is about to happen. So if we don't give enough effort in our worldly affairs, in this context it is the examination. So when we get the results, for example we get D or even fail in our results, we would say then it is our fate, or it is actually being destined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is actually very wrong, brothers and sisters, because we as a Muslim, we should believe that tawakkal requires our effort first before we can actually rely upon Allah 100%. So the next target group is the IIUM community. All of us, no matter whether you are the lecturer, doctors, the janitor, or even the students. So these are actually the groups that are not really involved with the examination, but the Islamization part is really in all of our affairs. For example, when we are eating, when we are sleeping, when we are doing all of our affairs in this world, we should inculcate the process of Islamization, because the true source of ilm in this world is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in that sense, when we go back to the original source of ilm, which is Allah, inshallah the outcome will favor the benefit of us. So in conclusion, tawakkal requires effort, which is we give most of our effort in doing things, and after that we should rely upon Allah. But we should remember that we are makhluk. We have a limit to our power and our being. Differ from Allah, we are not powerful in every aspect in our life. So we as the makhluk, we should always try and strive for the best in our worldly affairs, and not take things lightly as giving only 50% of our effort and hope for the best for the outcome. So I think that is all for me.